I kind of want to talk about Lindsay Lohan. Is there any?
I mean,
I'm so fucking hype.
I was gonna do. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
What's
I'm
the,
just
do we
hyped.
have
I'm hyped
information?
that she's coming back.
Yeah, is it just the basic? She's gonna be in 2 movies and that's it. Do we have any other
I honestly
information?
didn't click the headline when I saw it, but I was so hyped that she's like sober, and I loved her Super Bowl commercial, and I'm gassed that she's like healthy and ready to go.
Oh, is that how people know? Is that how we know she's okay? I didn't see the Super Bowl commercial.
Yeah. I mean, supposedly.
It was for Nike.
Okay.
Who was it for? Nike?
The commercial?
Is she
no,
like,
I think it was.
Yeah.
I don't remember. It definitely wasn't Nike. I feel like it was like a gym commercial or some shit like that.
Is she like?
Maybe Planet Fitness.
I think that was what it was. I think.
Just go Google it real fast.
I got it right here.
Is she really sober, or is it like?
No, I mean she looks
blatantly
healthier
obvious
than
that
she's ever looked.
Recovering drug addict kind of situation.
It was Planet Fitness.
Yeah, that's what I thought because I remember her on the treadmill.
Yeah, but that you could put someone on a treadmill and still be Nike.
Yeah, I know, but
no Planet Fitness commercial, and it was one like this year. All I got from the Super Bowl in text was Eric being like, "Yo, I didn't even go to the Super Bowl party," and then my mom being like, "The commercials aren't as good this year," which just highlighted like I guess another smooth transition for Eric here. Highlighted an old Bill Burr sketch talking about how he doesn't go to Super Bowl parties because he actually wants to watch the game. And inevitably, you go to a Super Bowl party, people are talking during the game, and everyone's quiet during the commercials. And then the game comes back on, and they start talking about the commercials, and all I wanted to fucking do is watch the game.
It's like watching WrestleMania. You invite all your friends, and half of them don't even watch wrestling anymore. And they're all like, "Oh shit, who the fuck is this guy?" For fucking 4 hours because they don't watch wrestling. So you're sitting there for 4 hours trying to explain to them who the fuck these people are, but also trying to enjoy it yourself because you've been watching for your entire life. And then you got these assholes who don't watch at all and they jump in, similar to the Super Bowl.
So one of the movies has a synopsis.
I heard one of them is a rom-com.
One of them is a Christmas movie, Falling for Christmas.
I was wrong.
Holiday rom-com.
No, that's I was gonna say it's just holiday specific rom-com for sure.
She plays a newly engaged spoil hotel heiress who gets into a skiing accident, suffers from total amnesia, and finds herself in the care of a handsome blue-collar lodge owner who's Cord Overstreet from Glee, and his precious daughter in the days leading up to Christmas.
Bruh, I think that's perfect.
And Netflix seems to be super happy with her too, by the way.
I mean, they signed her up for 2 movies. Goddamn.
But also, I think it's easy for me to believe this time it might work out better for her, specifically because she's been away for a lot longer than I think people even really realize. Like beforehand, was like she was a child star who went straight from that into like being a bigger movie star. All the problems of a classic child star typically has, like, you know.
And it was worse with her too, dude, because don't forget her dad was like a real piece of work.
Oh yeah, but it's just she got the entire fucking menu of child star bullshit. Like
I think,
and so the first time she came back was young adult, trying to like post reputation being kind of harmed by like on-set stuff. Tried to come back. That's when like more of the addiction started to come around. Fell off, and now it's been a decade roughly since like her last major film.
And she did try to do she tried to do like Oprah stuff where she was doing a comeback, but she was never actually sober.
I think that was the same because we talked about it on an episode about David Letterman, like, you know, doing some shady shit. There was an episode, I think that's when she kind of came back, but then disappeared again, was when he had her on the show, and he was not giving him a pass, but he was like trying to make joke. He thought like she would be in on the joke, and like it comes up. Maybe she was, maybe she wasn't, but according to TikTok, he wasn't. According to TikTok, she wasn't. Like he would make jokes about her doing drugs and shit because like this was her big comeback, and like obviously that's what everybody wants to talk about. So he'll make jokes thinking that she would be cool with it, and it kind of came off as, you know, a little too much. And then
you don't have to even be be like, oh, to give him a pass, because that is kind of the crux of this Super Bowl commercial that she just did. Was like, look at Lindsay Lohan. She used to be like this like party animal and all this shit, and now she like it's her basically
she's in on the joke.
Yeah, like basically.
Well, now she is. I don't think she was at the time.
I don't know though.
No, all I'm saying, not that she was, and that like all I'm saying is that the pre-choreograph. I don't think Letterman ever pre-choreographed things.
Really?
So I think, well, yeah. You look. I think that's a big why a lot of people think like late night is stale currently, is because everything is so heavily pre-thought that it doesn't feel real.
I guess we
talked about late night previously, but I think that's like my biggest gripe is like, oh, everything feels like, oh yeah, we had this whole conversation backstage before we came out. Yeah. Well, but like Letterman and O'Brien were pretty notorious for like, they have their questions that like they have to answer to get the promo stuff out of the way, but they would go on these long tangents, kind of freewheel a bunch of shit. So it's not saying that he knew she was in on the joke or not. He thought, I'm betting he thought she might be, and I'm going to take that chance.
I agree. Right. It seemed like that too.
I mean, it seems like it now because like you're watching it and you're reading the comments. You're like, oh, this guy's a fucking dickhead. But like at the time, I probably watched it and thought it was funny because I just assumed that she would be in on it. Because whenever you have a guest on there, whenever you have a comedian on there, the host always sets you up for a joke that you're going to tell that is on your special that you're selling, that you're showcasing. You go on Letterman to showcase. Yeah, but she's
not a comedian.
No, I know, but I'm saying in that same thing, the comedian goes over with Letterman prior to, and he says, "Hey, can you set me up for this joke?" And then that joke is going to be in that special. And I just assume a lot of the times it's the same for the actors. Dave's like, I'm going to talk about this, but again, we've seen. And we don't have to talk about Dave Letterman, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean that was.
I'm just happy. I loved her as a kid. I actually went to her house. Funny story in high school, but I loved her as a kid. She looks healthy. She's killing it on TikTok.
Do you know Lindsay Lohan? What you holding?
No, her
out?
Sister. So she grew up in Long Island, and her sister.
Her twin sister.
No, her younger sister went to my friend's high school in Merrick.
Yeah,
and I went to high school in Long Island, so. She threw a party and their house is, I know where their family
house
is.
Where do they live, Jess?
No, I was going to say it too, but I'm not going to.
Give us the address right now.
No, it doesn't matter. Their house is like super hidden. Like even if you drive up the block, you're not going to know where the house is unless you know where the house is.
It's already too many hints. We know where she lives now, Jess.
Yep, totally. But she's killing it. I'm happy. I love the Parent Trap. I'm happy she's sober. She looks great. She got the fillers taken out. She's killing it on TikTok.
Fillers? Oh, she had work done? And then
hell yeah. She looked like shit when she was like on drugs. I didn't know you
could do that. Like take fillers out.
Yeah, you can.
Anyway, does she do Parent Trap 2 with her as the mom?
They're actually talking about a Mean Girls sequel or like spinoff where they're mean moms.
I didn't watch the original, but it's a classic, correct?
Oh, it's hilarious, yeah, in my opinion.
Would that be? I mean, whatever. Do your thing. Mean moms. I'm down.
Yeah, they want to they're like running the PTA and shit now instead of being in high school.
But I don't know if that audience are moms now. I mean, I guess maybe they should be. Well, yeah, should we be? I mean,
I should be a parent by now. Yeah, technically, like that movie came out when I was in high school, and now I'm almost 30.